It actually became so pretty. Okay, so I just came to the Hudson because I thought it would be a good idea to record here because I thought the lighting would be good, but it's poured just now, but it's actually very pretty, and maybe there'll be like less people around and maybe I won't feel so cringe about recording in public. I felt like the Taylor Simmons was like pretty interesting. I think that I have to kind of revisit it. It really reminded me of the Henry Taylor at the Whitney Museum, of just like this expressionist style, but also like images of Black life. Like the abstraction was a little bit more like all-encompassing and like stylistic, whereas in Henry Taylor it seems like they're kind of intimate portraits that are done quickly, and that's why they look like that. Taylor Simmons was just like, it's a different view, like the whole canvas is involved in that. It's more about a shift in perspective of the world than a speediness of painting, maybe, or an intimacy of painting. Alright, I'm in the stairwell after the Mary Helena Clark exhibition. It was really cool. It was stuff about like animality and the way that humans are kind of made of animal parts, and especially mouths, but through language transcend the types of things that mouths evolved for, and kind of like the mismatch between animality and humanity and like the ways we delineate those. It was super spooky. I really liked it. I felt like it was harder for me to grasp. It was a lot of images of buildings in New York, but especially of the Twin Towers. It was kind of done in this pop art style where it was like more about the repetition, like the Campbell's soup cans would be the index for like Warhol. It just kind of felt a little bit like, yeah, okay, these images of the Twin Towers like proliferate in culture and are very accessible to us. It kind of feels like it's doing the same thing that pop art was doing like 50 years ago, and not necessarily more convincing. I don't know. Didn't speak to me. The Frank Stella, I was tempted to be a hater towards. I don't know, it's just like big colorful sculptures, and it felt like Instagram bait is the word I've been using. It's impressive because obviously it's impressive, it's a big colorful thing, but actually I think that I'm changing my mind and big colorful things are awesome. I have this idea about sculpture that's like, there's so many like new materials techniques over the last 50, 100 years, and not as many like uses in sculpture of them, and so like why aren't we using these crazy technologies in our sculptures? And the Frank Stella kind of felt like that, and I think that was awesome. The last one I went to, the Anastazie Anderson, was I think maybe my favorite. The lighting effects seem to be based on like a bunch of women sitting at dusk, and like the light from the table they're sitting at is like really illuminating their faces, or like someone caught in like a flash photograph. I thought that was really cool. I felt like there's so much more of like random unmarked doors than I was expecting. A lot of them were just like, buzz this address for gallery, and then you go up and it's just like an empty gallery space. Overall, I think successful art walk. Woohoo! It's so beautiful now.